Have you ever wondered why people who seem to have everything still feel empty inside? The big house, the expensive car, the successful career, and yet something is missing. A quiet dissatisfaction, a feeling that life is somehow incomplete. But why? Modern life teaches us a simple formula for happiness. Work harder, earn more, buy more, achieve more, and one day you will finally be happy. At least, that's the promise. From childhood, we are told that happiness lives somewhere in the future. After the promotion, after the bigger house, after the next achievement. Just one more step, just one more goal, just one more thing. But here is the strange part. When people finally reach those goals, the happiness rarely lasts. The excitement fades. The new car becomes normal. The bigger house becomes ordinary. And the promotion? Soon it just becomes another responsibility. Then the mind whispers again. Maybe I need something more. More success. More recognition. More possessions. And so the chase continues. But what if the problem isn't that we don't have enough? What if the problem is that we want too much? Think about it. How many things do we own today that once felt absolutely necessary? The phone you upgraded, the clothes you thought you needed, the gadgets that promised to make life easier. At first, they felt exciting, important, even essential. But now, most of them sit quietly in the background of your life, almost forgotten. This is the quiet truth about desire. It never ends. When we get what we want, our mind simply creates a new want, a new target, a new idea of happiness. And slowly, life becomes a race without a finish line. But throughout history, many philosophers discovered something surprising. Happiness does not come from having more. It comes from needing less. Think about the moments in life that felt truly peaceful. A quiet walk in nature, a calm morning with a cup of tea, a deep conversation with someone you care about, a sunset that made the world feel still. None of these moments required wealth, or status, or achievement. They required something much simpler: presence. Yet modern life pulls us away from these moments. Notifications, deadlines, endless comparison, social media showing us what everyone else seems to have. More success, more beauty, more luxury. And without realizing it, we begin to feel like we are falling behind. But pause for a moment. Ask yourself a simple question. How much do I actually need to live a peaceful life? Not a life of endless luxury, just a life that feels calm, meaningful, enough. For many people, the answer is surprisingly small. A safe place to live, food on the table, a few people who care about them, time to breathe, time to think, time to simply exist. Yet we often trade these simple treasures for things that promise happiness, but rarely deliver it. More work, more stress, more noise. And somewhere along the way, we forget something important. Life is not meant to be a constant chase. It is meant to be experienced. This is where a quiet philosophy begins to appear. A philosophy that is rarely talked about in modern culture. The power of wanting less. Minimalism is often misunderstood. People think it means owning nothing, living with empty rooms, or giving up everything you enjoy. But that's not the true idea. Minimalism is simply this: removing what doesn't truly matter, so you can see what does. When life becomes simpler, your mind becomes quieter, your days become slower, and suddenly, you start noticing things you once ignored. The sound of wind through trees, the warmth of sunlight through a window, the calm rhythm of your own breath. These small moments were always there, but the noise of more was too loud to hear them. Imagine waking up in a life that isn't overloaded. Not rushing, not comparing, not chasing endless upgrades. Just living, just being, just enough. There is a quiet freedom in that. When you stop needing more, you stop feeling poor. When you stop chasing approval, you stop feeling inadequate. And when you stop filling every moment with noise, you begin to hear something deeper. Peace. Perhaps happiness was never hiding in the future. Perhaps it was never waiting behind the next achievement. Maybe happiness was always much simpler. A calm mind, a grateful heart, and the quiet realization that you already have enough. So, tonight, or tomorrow morning, pause for a moment. Look around your life, not at what you are missing, but at what is already here. The air you breathe, the time you still have, the simple moments waiting quietly in front of you. Because the secret to happiness, the one nobody talks about, is not learning how to get more. It is learning how to need less. And when you discover that, something beautiful happens. Life stops feeling like a race.